Time now to turn back to meteorologist Clay Smith, who's in with us on this Monday. And not a bad start to the first full week of the new year here in the Tennessee Valley, Clay.
Yeah, Latrice, I mean, you would almost think it's the first week of spring,
yes,
but instead we're in the first week of January. It's going to be warm today, even warmer later this week. In fact, we could break some records. But here's a look at your current temperature. So we're kind of getting close to that 60-degree mark now. Most of you are anywhere from the low to mid to even upper 50s. So I would say within the next hour. So a lot of the valley locations are going to be up in the 60s, and we should land somewhere, I would say, between 64 and about 68 degrees in most valley areas, just a little bit cooler in some of the higher elevations. But what happens later this week? Again, keep in mind, we're in January and it's going to be in the 70s. Again, it's not totally uncommon for us to have 70-degree days here and there during the wintertime, but this is going to be very similar to what we had on Christmas week, where those temperatures could be breaking some daily record highs. So we'll watch that, especially Thursday and Friday. You can see your daily record there in red and your forecast high in orange. But today, going to be great. So if you have that lunch hour and you want to have, a nice little walk around town or just get some fresh air, because I know it's the first day back after a long holiday season, look at this. Pretty nice out there. We have some haze, I would say, more or less, but for the most part, things are looking good. And really, the next several days is going to be quiet, but we will have some active weather come back into the picture later this week. I'm thinking Friday into Saturday morning is going to be breezy as that low pressure ramps up. Could be some strong storms. I'm not going to rule out maybe a severe storm or two as we get into late Friday. Again, the timing on this may change a little bit, but it does look like we're going to get some much needed rain out of this system as well. So let's fast forward our future cast to Friday afternoon. Little bit of rain coming in. Again, this isn't high resolution data, but it gives us a general time frame of when some of this rain may come into the picture. I think most of the daylight hours on Friday, just some hit or miss showers. Late Friday, so Friday evening into early Saturday morning, as of now, looks when that front's going to pass through. And as you know, when we get these warm air masses and cold air coming together, that's where we can get some storms. I'm going to be watching that pretty closely because there will be some instability. Not a ton, but maybe enough for some stronger wind gusts. So we'll have to watch this to see how it all evolves. But as we get into early Saturday morning, a lot of this is going to be moving out. So another quick hitting system, and then we have that cold air coming back into the picture for the weekend. But we need the rain. Again, December turned off quite dry, and I'm thinking anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain going to be possible with this system. Now for the next several days, maybe a sprinkle here and there, but the big rain event not going to come until Friday. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center already outlining an area of potential severe weather, West Tennessee, North Mississippi. So that's one of the trade-offs when we start to get these really warm air masses this time of the year. Get a front coming through, and oftentimes you're going to have some severe weather, and that's exactly what we could have Friday. So we'll have to watch that pretty closely to see how this system evolves. But again, we are going to get the much-needed rain. Like I said, turned off pretty dry at the end of December. We now have severe drought conditions across much of the Tennessee Valley. So rain on the way later on, but you warm weather fans really going to love the 7-day forecast. Temperatures climbing into the 70s, but we will get cooler weather back in the picture by the end of the weekend.